Brene Brown put out a quote that really just sticks with me. Authenticity is the daily practice of letting go of who we think we are supposed to be and embracing who we are. Now, think about that. You know, society has always had this box we are supposed to fit in. Children were supposed to be seen, not heard. Women were supposed to be in the kitchen, barefoot, pregnant, and taking care of everybody but themselves. Men were supposed to be the financial breadwinners of the family. Their job was to make sure the family could be supported financially. Well, first off, who decided that? It wasn't me. I don't think it was you. Who decided that there are these perfect little boxes that everybody should fit into? Oh my gosh, how hard is it to fit into that box that really isn't you? I did it for a long time. You know, you weren't supposed to wear white after Labor Day. You're not supposed to have long hair after a certain age, right? Wear bright colors after a certain age. There are so many things that age or gender or whatever, we were supposed to fit into this magic little box. And we wonder why we have anxiety today. I literally had family members tell me back when my hair was long, your hair's too long for your age. Well, guess what? I didn't care. I was going to have that long hair as long as I wanted it. And it's only been recently that I cut it. And I actually like the shorter hair, but I didn't do it for anybody but me. So that's why it's okay. I wear bright colors, even though I'm 60. Do I dress like I'm 60? Do I act like I'm 60? No, because 60 is just an age. It's not who I am. It's not what I believe. If I'm going to be authentic to me, the age gets tossed to the side because it really doesn't matter at all. We put too much emphasis on it. I have learned to be authentic, but it was at huge costs. I had lost myself for a long time, and I dressed to not be seen. I dressed to please other people. I chose my actions so that I would be accepted by those I thought should accept me, right? But who decided this? Not us. So why are we so willing to stay in this box that we didn't choose for ourselves? Think about that. What is the cost of staying in that little box? Of trying to fit where you don't fit? Emotional exhaustion, anxiety, probably depression, resentment, and what's wrong with me, right? If everybody else is here doing this thing that society has said they're supposed to, and you're over here thinking, I can't do that. That feels wrong. I am dying a little bit inside each time I do that. So there must be something wrong with me. Because heaven forbid, we think that society put pressures on us to be who we aren't, and that could be the problem. Of course not. We took it internal and said, there must be something wrong with me because I don't fit where everybody else looks like they fit. First off, there's nothing wrong with us. Second off, very few people truly fit in that box. And if you're one of them, props to you. But I'm not. And so when you look at being authentic, there's so much fear in that. Fear of rejection. Fear of people judging you, right? of disappointing your loved ones. Being vulnerable, because if they see who I really am, what does that look like? Am I still enough for them? As I was doing this, realized so much of our fear and our doubt is because we do not fit that box that society has made for us. And sometimes our friends and family have made it for us as well, right? And you don't fit in it. And immediately we think, what's wrong with me? And immediately we make it a personal issue. And then we wonder why nobody has self-confidence. Gosh, I think we built up for very few people to be able to succeed and be confident in that little box. So what are we going to do to change that? Right? We need to do daily practices to be who we are meant to be our authentic, genuine self. That person that is inside of you burning to come out. I worked for 12 years in a very male-dominated industry. And there were times I had to really prove myself because I wasn't one of them. And at first it bothered me. And then I changed my thought about that. And I thought, you know what? I am respected because I proved my value. I proved my worth. They might not even have the worth, the value. And so I would much rather people respect me for who I am as a person, for my deeds, for the things I've accomplished, not because of how I look. I earned that respect. There's something about having earned it that is so much more valuable than to be given it. I love that I had to earn it because when I had somebody's respect, I knew it was authentic. I knew it was genuine. I knew it was based on who I was as a person, on my accomplishments, not just because of how I looked. That was worth way more. And so I was more than happy to prove why. Because they were going to see just how valuable I was. And I was going to have earned every bit of that. Much rather that than the free. So, being authentic every day, you have to start small. Start by speaking up, by giving your opinion, by saying no when you don't want to do something. How crazy is that, right? To actually just say no. Not even apologize for it. Not even explain it. Because even when you finally say no, you want to give explanations as to why. Because you don't feel like you can authentically just say no. But we're going to change that. Because you don't have to apologize for who you are. You don't have to apologize for liking hot pink and flashy shoes and ridiculously high heels. And you know what? This is me authentically. You either like me or you don't. And that's okay. Because if you don't, you weren't meant to be part of my group anyway. And I'm not going to chase you. I'm not going to try to change your opinion of me. This is me. And you either are accepting me as I am, no matter my age, no matter how long my hair is, no matter how brightly colored stuff I wear, or maybe because of, right? Maybe that's why you accept me, because I'm authentically me, because I am not going to apologize like I would have years ago for being different. I'm stepping into that. Being authentically you is scary as all get out. It's also extremely empowering. You know, growth and authenticity often travel together. And there's a reason. You have to get uncomfortable to grow, right? Well, you have to get uncomfortable, become authentic as well. I didn't just one day say, never mind, I don't care what anybody thinks. I had to take baby steps. And there are still days that I struggle because I'm still human. Because we have been taught to stay in that box. So I started doing little things like taking moments of putting myself first. That was really hard. I'd put my family first so often that I hadn't put me on the list at all. I had put everybody ahead of me to where I wasn't taking care of myself. That's not what we were meant to do. That's not who we are supposed to be. And what I've found as I started taking care of myself and as I have started realizing what I deserve and loving who I am, that I am getting a lot more respect. And it's starting within me. I'm respecting myself. And when you respect yourself and you like yourself and you're confident, guess what? People start treating you different because you've set that standard now. And it starts by being authentic to yourself. So start by the little things. And then I also want you to start realizing when you're slipping back into that box, right? Ask yourself more often, are you doing it for you or are you doing it to be in the box? Let go of the mask, guys. This mask that we put on so that we look like everybody else. Because that's what I did. I tried to blend in, right? I tried to not stand out. But every time I did that, I was dying a little more and more inside because it's not who I am. I'm loud. I'm brass. I'm not how most people see 60-year-olds. And I'm okay with it. And I'm not apologizing for it. And you either like me or you don't. But I like me. And that's what matters. So take off that mask. Let them see you for who you are. Let you see you for who you are. Because that's the important one. You have to be authentically you. And until you are, you're not going to be happy. So take off the mask. Don't wear it for anybody else. Take it off. See what an amazing person you are behind that mask. See how amazingly different you are. We are great because we are not the same. You know, innovations come because we think different ways. If we were all meant to be the same, we would have all looked the same. We would all have the same thought processes. But we don't. We have individuality for a reason, and it's not to hide it. There's freedom when you become authentically you. There is freedom when you allow yourself to be who you are meant to be. I really want you to start being intentional. Don't say yes because you have to, because you think you're supposed to. Say yes because you want to, and if you don't want to, then the answer is no, and that's okay. And don't justify it. If you want to wear bold, bright colors, I don't care your age. Go be you. There are so many ways in life that people try to get us to conform. There are so many ways in life that society tries to make us play small. You don't deserve to play small. You don't. So, before we go today, I just want to ask one thing. one honest question. Where in my life am I still trying to be who I think I'm supposed to be? Ask yourself that. This week I challenge you to choose one small moment to show up as you, as the real you, as the authentic you. Speak up. Say the truth. Set the boundary. Share the dream. Wear the thing. Say no. Say yes. Say whatever is going to align with who you are right here. It might be uncomfortable, and that's okay. Being uncomfortable never killed us, although there were moments it felt like it, right? Being uncomfortable is where we grow. And everything we want is outside of our comfort zone, or we'd already have it. So get uncomfortable. At the end of the day, you don't have to look at anyone else in the mirror. At the end of the day, you have to look at yourself. There is nothing more powerful than knowing you showed up as you, than knowing that you were authentically you. That is where my power has started to come from, is because I've leaned into who I'm supposed to be in order to feel genuinely me, not who I'm supposed to be to fit into that box, to land into society's comfort. I am my best self when I align with who I am meant to be. You are your best self when you're authentically you. Don't let fear stop you, because this is the biggest game changer for you. So get out there and do that one small step today. Just one. Thank you for spending this time with me and for listening with an open heart and for choosing to invest in your growth today. If this episode spoke to you, I'd love for you to share it with someone who might need the reminder that their dreams still matter. Sometimes one conversation, one message, one moment of encouragement can change everything. And if you want to go deeper, my book, Rise, Believe, Become, was written for the in-between seasons, the moments when you know there's more for you, but you're still finding the courage to take the next step. You can find my book on Amazon, and remember, no matter what phase you're in, your dreams don't expire. Until next time, keep rising.